Peace, and blessings. This Southbow, the Honorable One, the Success Scholar, Akeem Shakur, me here. Thank you all for tuning in, listening in. Man, I'm gonna do this piece, and it's gonna be called "Old Has Been Lectures and Lecturers in the Baltimore DMV and on Black radio shows." I was listening to a radio show yesterday evening, and I was just thinking how many of these elders, who many of you refer to as elders, they really have run out of ideas. They run out of ideas, so it becomes a rather who can quote uh, facts or whatever. And I've drawn a conclusion, and this is just me because, again, I'm uh, very learned in many different areas of study. And so when I say that, I have a different view and opinion that's more progressive, more practical, and more tangible than many of these other individuals, it's because, uh, I'm connecting the dots to the right people in the right places, and really creating these tangible results to those that are wise enough to listen. And this is where, the difference between the rhetorical uh, speakers out here and those that many people perceive as being insightful, uh, and the difference between them and myself is that, I've moved towards more practical application and building, and I have uh, a more practical and more permanent analysis that can bring forward a true solution uh, more individuals that are truly about the business of making progress. And so the conversation was on Donald Trump or whatever, and I heard this professor at this college, just really, he really is limited, in terms of what he can say, because these academia, college professors that many people look up to, and they think that they have tangible solutions because they have alphabets behind their names, but they haven't necessarily focused their studies on our community, on, for instance, the black community, and understanding history and maneuvering themselves, as well as a core group of people to a tangible solution. So I was listening to this, and I can't recall the specific quotes, but I was just thinking, like, man, I haven't seen this black college professor anywhere, like, for real. I mean, he's not building anything. He's not, you know, he's not building any institutions. He's not, you know, really striving to be independent outside of uh, his job. He's not trying to give people broad networks and information sources, resources uh, to help, for instance, a core portion of our community that need it. So I want to say that I want to encourage you all to look at Google eLife Media and Haki Ami and my year in review, and you can see actually what I've actually done this year over the past, uh, since 2016. I did a recent show on eLife Media. It was the year in review, where I laid it out. How I've worked with different groups and organizations and partnered to create institutions that are going to tangibly transform the community. So, and what's interesting, I'm in a lot of different circles. Sometimes people label me for these being in these different circles, and they assume that that I stand for A, B, and C, or I think like this, or you don't know what the hell I think. Honestly, nobody does. I have such broad-based knowledge, and that many people certainly can find a common type of agreement with much of the teachings that I have at this particular time. And so, with that being said, I want to say that these lectures and things that these old heads, has-beens, uh, especially in Baltimore, people will bring any of these old head has-beens to town, and nothing's going to come out of it because these people just simply do not have a better plan. Had President Obama, we had Clinton, we had the Bushes, and now we have Trump. And many of you are going to look at Kanye West or someone else for your solution. But you know, we have a culture of failure, actually, a culture of failure within the black community that is taught by these cult leaders on some levels, the political establishment on some levels, the churches on some levels, where people give money to stupid, ignorant things. Like I was on LinkedIn the other day, and I was just like browsing through some of the different things that the posts that people put up, and somebody posted something about how they're going to take some people to try on blood down. This is a black women's group, you know, and they're going to make people feel wealthy by trying on diamonds, $2,000 to $2 million diamonds. And I'm just like, really? This is why I'm needed. This is why my message is needed, because what's important is certainly not by contributing to racism and white supremacy, and a tune of millions of dollars for a rock around your finger. And you probably don't have a book to show for it or anything. So this is where good consciousness and good mental health comes into play, for those that desire individuals that have that well balanced healing, such as myself, a well balanced frame and foundation that can teach. Like I also I want to this woman that's always on Dr. Boyce Watkins' show, Yvette Carnell. She's an interesting person. She's on my Facebook friends, but she posted something how I don't know what's her theory, but I mean I don't know if she's ever ran for office or she's an operative wherever she lives, but she promotes that we need jobs, I guess, and I'm not. It's a blessing if you have a job, but you have to know what to do with the money that you have. Now, for instance, I posted something, and let me find it. I posted something. It's a picture of black spending powers, black spending habits, right? Now, let me pull this thing up. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Maybe I just shared it. I thought I posted. Here it is. Okay. So, tobacco 3.3 billion, whiskey, wine, and beer 3 billion, non-alcoholic beverages 2.8 billion, leisure time spending 3.1 billion, toys and games 3.5 billion, telephone service 18.6 billion, gifts 10 billion, healthcare 23.6 billion, and books. It says unfortunately books $321 million. Now, I've I've so when I posted that, like really somebody gonna say they honed into the part about people smoke or people drink all the time or some all races drink. I'm just making a point that if you are, you know, the last on the list and everything, poorest healthcare, poorest graduation rates, the most single parent households, poverty is at a, you know, comparative, you have the most impoverished group out here, um, spending an disproportionate amount of dollars on alcohol uh, is not an intelligent thing to do. So I had some guy on there, and they called me a slow tip. Like really, I mean, and these people don't even know me. Like really, you just like anything. I guess if I didn't, since I didn't quote the Bible or the Quran about anything, but just like some common sense, you just want to put me in a category of being a hotep person. And I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just posted the picture. I didn't comment about the different breakdowns of the categories, but it just go to show how caught up some people are. How the unconscious, out here, and I don't know how she got him to be a Facebook friend, but I mean, I have a big tent, as you know, I have a pretty big tent, so so just understand that I do have a lot of different people, and some people have some different, unique perspectives, and sometimes people are just like ignorant. Now, and this what Miss Cornell said, Yarnell Cornell, and she comes on Dr. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Boyce Watkins hasn't had me on, but that's okay. It's not everybody is wise enough to have the smartest people on their program. So that's where, my eLife media is picking up. So you all can share some of my interviews that I've had as well as my last show. Of course, that would be the intelligent thing to do. So if you are, smart and progressive, and you've seen me out and about in the right places over the past few weeks and months. Uh, and Mr. Cornell is going to say, well, that's like cultural. You're trying to get us people to be not human. So, I mean, she directed to me. So, what she mean by that is that drinking and smoking cigarettes and spending money on stupid things are equivalent to being human. No, I think that's like subhuman. That's lack of intelligence when you don't have a pot to pee in, and the thing that you spend a large percentage of your money on is cigarettes and alcohol. You are a slave. You are a degenerate. You are dysfunctional. You are actually retarded if you are not in a functional position, which a large portion of people are not. Children running around crazy, children watching television all day. You don't have enough time to spend actually with these children that many of you make out here in the world, and they're running around robbing old women, cutting, killing homeless people, and beating up old ladies. So, yeah, I'm going to have a problem with it. And Miss Cornell, Yarnell Cornell, she says it's anti-human to to get people to because they're being marketed to. And she sent me some Sigmund Freud video. So so she believes that she's like intelligent in a Eurocentric, a European, scholastic way, to quote Sigmund Freud, and it may be an informative documentary, but like the logic in terms of what to move, the black people forward certainly is not there. The logic to move uh, a portion of the people in a progressive, healthy, holistic way where they're gonna prolong their life and live to maximize their economic productive capacity. You can't do that being sober. I'm sorry, intoxicated or under the influence of cigarettes or other, you know, dysfunctional substances like this. I have my good tea this morning, like I do just about every day. Yes, we need to drink good quality teas and drink plenty of water and, have a holistic, healthy diet in our lives. I know it's easier said than done for some people, but that's what need to happen. So it was just interesting conversation, and it just made me think about how many of these, lecturers and these radio people, they just were very small minded, unconscious. So all of these unconscious people out here that do not, haven't seen or understand or appreciate the work that I've done over the year, go listen to my year in review, and you will see the year in review. You'll see some of the most quality work that has been done this year. Key work that has been done. So um, I'm very proud of what has been accomplished. And, man, just these past couple weeks, it's like uh, fine tuning the strategies for success. So looking forward to building more and sharing more. Let's get to the next level. Peace.